Is that Panera? Is that
No,
Panera?
it's a little
Starbles.
little Straubs.
Straubs.
Little
Stardew Valleys.
Little start 'em up. Little
Start 'em up. A little start 'em ups.
Just a quick little
We're
start 'em
changing
up.
the name of Starbucks to Start 'em Ups.
It's a little start-em-ups.
To start 'em up.
Start 'em Ups. We just
To
and we're not gonna call them
really?
coffees anymore. We're calling them little Start 'em Ups. You drink them and they start you
we'll
up.
call them. Branding's important, so we're just gonna call it a little startup. A little startup.
It's a startup.
Part of the entrepreneurial spirit that we like to.
Even though we're a
encourage here.
corporation, we're technically a startup, so we can get more funding.
We actually never went public.
We forgot.
We just trade inside. We just inside trade instead.
We just trade
That's all we
inside
do.
my ball sack. I throw my ball sack over everyone like a tent, and everyone trades inside it. And then when I lift it,
We trade inside my lifted sack.
You,
That's what we do.
you know, Little Start-em-ups is the biggest drug dealer on the planet, right?
They call him little start 'em up. That's the new rapper hitting the scene.
Tucker
Little
Carlson
start
be
'em
like,
up.
people are starting to do inside ball sack trading, where they take their ball sack flap and cover it, much like the giant sheet that we all used to hide under in gym class and in kindergarten.
The rainbow sheet that we
The
made
rainbow
into a little
sheet.
dome.
People are doing this with excess ball flab and making high stakes stock trades without anyone knowing. And it's not okay.
It's not okay. I'm waiting for like a SoundCloud, like a real industry plant to come out. It's called Little Startup.
Little startup,
My name's Little Startup,
little entrepreneur.
and I'm here for Sony Pictures.
There's this
I'm
one
here for
kid.
Sony Televisions.
There's this one kid whose dad is like the owner of Capitol Records, and he's like a white kid in New York who does drill rap, and he looks like he's from a country club, and you see him on
Nice.
TikTok all the time.
That's so dope.
That's a W.
dude.
That's dope.
That's a W. I was watching
Massive.
Atlanta. I was watching like the most recent seasons of Atlanta, and like there's an episode where there's like a meeting where like Paperboy goes to for like a bunch of like older rappers, and they're just like, nah, see, no one's gonna the streets aren't gonna give a shit about you in 5 years. What you need to do is find a young white kid and and invest in a talentless young white kid. And that's how you'll continue to make. Like that was the whole episode.
It's kind of like what Usher did with Justin Bieber, I guess. Maybe that's what they're making fun of.
Yeah.
Didn't he
Is the
discover
vibe of that
Justin
show
Bieber?
like what?
Didn't he discover Justin Bieber, Usher? That was
Yeah,
his
yeah.
guy.
That makes
Pretty
sense.
sure.
These are my
I could see that, but yeah, I think that was the whole bit.
Is the show like is the show the vibe of it like a serious show, or is it like kind of like, because that sounds like a
It's
very
like Donald Glover making his version of like a Jim Jarmusch Coen Brothers movie for a TV show, basically. And it's got a bunch
Whoa.
of magic realist writing in it.
okay.
Hold on. So the third and fourth seasons are just a show,
Oh.
essentially.
So it changes.
So I feel like the first two seasons were very much like, very Donald Glovery, where he's just like, I've got to prove that I can do everything, because like that's always kind of been his vibe.
Mhm.
It's been less like I'm
Jack of all
goofy and
trades.
silly. Yeah, it's less I'm goofy and silly, and it's more like I'm goofy and silly, but also serious now. And it's
I'm
just
go-
like,
I'm goofy and silly, but I can do that in a multitude of ways.
Mhm.
yeah, but then they're
Any
like,
avenue.
but he's like, but
Any
I'm
medium.
smart. I can still make it kind of goofy and silly, but like smartly. And like, I feel like he dropped most of that shit on the third and fourth seasons. I was enjoying it. I got to finish it though. That said, still Atlanta. So,
Still,
but I went to real
ATL.
Atlanta.
I got
And
hoes
real
in
Atlanta.
Yeah.
I went to real Atlanta.
How was
and
that?
That was cool.
Yeah, Max,
It was
tell us
our-
about your journeys. The folks at Wokenboke not the folks at Wokenboke, but the audience doesn't know what the fuck's going on with you.
Give us a 30
The
second
think
recap.
tank at Wokenboke is very
Wokenboke
Our
Limited
global-
Partners.
our global think tank of limited partners are just busting at the seams to
Yeah.
tell us about the new developments. No, I'm tired, dude. I think that's the word I can put to it. Is I'm fucking tired.
I'm tired.
When do you go out with NFG again?
When is today? I leave in 2 days. I leave on Tuesday.
Sharsh.
Tuesday at like 9 p.m. something like that. Whoa. Yeah, this whole little break ski has just kind of happened. It's fucked.
Yeah.
Wait, is it part of the same? Or no, you were just touring with your band, but you were touring with NFG before that.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
was it any part of your previous, like when
Look
you were
how
just out of
confused
town?
Tony. Look how confused Tony is while he's asking all this.
I saw you 2 weeks ago. I saw you week. So were you real? Was that?
Wait, so either you were only touring with Lobby
there.
Boxer or only touring with Newfound Glory, and it doesn't make sense you tour with them for a couple weeks, take a break, and continue later.
Well, you were just
Can
out
you
of town.
fucking explain this?
You were just out of town with your band. Was it just your band for your whole previous trip, or were you with NFG too?
So I did Newfound for like 2.5, 3. No, it was like 3 weeks, and then I went home for like 2 days, and then I went out with Lobby Boxer. Yeah,
got you.
That sounds exhausting, bro. I'm sure you're very exhausted.
Yeah,
you worked
just
very
much. Let me put it this way: if the Lobby Boxer tour wasn't so fire,
you would have been burnt out.
You'd be talking to a different person right now.
Yeah.
Dude, we had
So
like
glad it
2
was.
sold out shows on that. Like
So
we had
sick.
like multiple shows with like triple digit attendance that we've never played before.
What was the best one?
And Atlanta was fucking awesome. I think Atlanta was the most fun one. Dallas was like sold out.
Nice.
And then Austin was tight too. Because that was a homie fest. I think the only real stinkers were I guess like Detroit kind of, and then Houston. Funny enough, the one that Tony came to.
Attendee was slim at that one. I was like, damn, that's too bad.
Well, it's because you're there, Tony. You stink. Can't stand you.
Rip.
No, dude, how fucked was the vibe at that place, dude?
Yeah.
How hilarious was like just the inner vibrations of Acadia Bar and Grill in Houston.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that place before. May not go back. Probably
If
not.
you got a bar and grill named
Connor.
after a region of the BioShock 1 map, then it's not going to be a tasty place.
It's a BioShock.
Because here's the first thing Tony said to me. Tony comes into this place and he goes, dude, did you know that this is actually the farthest place? That was the first thing this man says to me.
This is actually the actual furthest place, I think.
Just the furthest place. It was like 45 minutes away from you.
So funny. Like, that's so funny.
Fucking awesome. And then I told him the next day. Yeah, no. And then the 100%. And then the next day I told him where our Airbnb was because we stayed in Houston for like 3 days because we had an off day on either end of Houston. The first day we just drove all fucking day, stayed in Houston, and then played the show, and then stayed another day. And then I told him where the Airbnb was, and then he texted me back and he goes, I may be wrong about that bar being the furthest place.
Yeah, you weren't even in Houston. You were on the outskirts.
No, I was
absolutely.
I was far. I got farther.
Texas is truly horrifyingly large. Like,
yeah, it's massive.
It's like a giant Red Dead map that never ends in any direction. Literally, when I was in Dallas, it's like it's the flattest state in the world. It's just fucking flat. You're just in the desert. And then you're just every which way, it's just like land for just hundreds of miles.
Bro, Dallas was like hell on earth because Rolling Loud was happening like a mile away.
What the fuck? What? How many Rolling Louds are there, bro? Can we talk about it?
There are a lot of them. There are so many louds.
I just looked up Rolling Louds, plural. Rolling Louds and their amounts.
Give me a list of them.
Give me the amount of them. Give me the amount of them. There's fucking
number of Rolling Louds.
I never even heard of that shit. Rolling Loud.
Yeah, no. Wait, what?
There's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ones scheduled for this year, except for Toronto.
Wow, Travis Scott is playing the one in California. I guess he's all good now.
No.
Guess he's fully
Oh yeah, no,
forgiven.
we've society has forgiven Travis Scott.
Yeah,
Already.
he's cool now.
Yeah.
It's all good, bro.
Back
Just
at it.
stop selling the cactus seltzers for a couple years, and then you're good.
And then we'll
Put them back on the
then
shelves, though.
He did
We
really
like
mean
fine.
it if you think about it.
They were the worst
you know,
seltzers I
you're-
think ever. The cactus ones. I loved their design out of all of them. I thought they had the coolest design. But as seltzers, each one of them tasted like
Doo-doo.
it was like a medicine mixed with a gas. It was like a gasoline mixed with medicine. That's what it tasted like.
Was he?
His headline said it, Rolling Loud Festival cut short. According to attendees, it was cut short. He was playing sicko mode and it cuts halfway through. Oh, okay. I don't give a shit.
yeah, who cares?
It's speaking of who cares.
Sicko mode stopped?
It's
What?
crazy how dude, we haven't even talked about it. The fucking Cardi, bro.
No.
Rib.
What? Yeah, I mean, rib, dude. I was kind of waiting,
For one of those.
Yeah, for something in that vein to happen. For what it's worth, he printed upside down crosses on
Hard as
shirts,
fuck.
which is like not. Yeah, it's hard. It's too hard.
Oh yeah.
It's too hard
Totally.
to not be demonic. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In nature, giving top.
You were saying
Me?
about the demon. I heard you starting to get into how people were like, it sounds demonic. And it's like there's no way you have a triple digit IQ with that. If you think that,
Yeah,
there's
I
no
mean,
way your
like,
IQ is north of 85. If you,
Yeah,
if
he's
you
just a
think that.
normal guy. I mean, I don't know, dude.
Or
I'm
worse.
just, I'm not, I don't get surprised at this point anymore.
Yeah,
It's like-
I don't know. It is just like the dissonance of just seeing that happen, and literally his performance happens 2 weeks later. I think because this happened on Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Can you fill me in? Because
Ooh.
I fully haven't used the internet.
He
in
was arrested
47
for
days.
felony assault on his pregnant girlfriend. He choked her.
Oh, okay.
47 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and there was a mugshot, and all of his fans were turning their profile picture to his mugshot and defending him and saying, "Who cares?"
Yeah.
And then he
It's
just
pretty
played
entirely
Rolling
actual.
Loud to thousands of jumping, screaming people. So absolutely no one gives a shit about that girl or the fact that he.
I mean, yeah, it happened with X already, so I've kind of just given up on anyone caring. Chris Brown still has a career, so
Oh,
I mean, it's culturally.
Chris Brown
just-
still has a career.
yeah.
Yeah,
And,
man.
I mean, dude, Travis Scott literally kills people essentially, and that's just chill. So
Via neglect. The X one was the
Right.
first time me
not
actually.
direct- I mean,
what I was
murder's sick, but like directly, but like
but then
at a
by
show, not
neglect.
chill.
Execute it
Um,
yourself. Yeah. Don't,
Yeah, exactly.
I will admit, like when the X shit did happen,
Pre-take.
the dissonance was so. He was blowing up, and absolutely no one gave a shit about these allegations with him. So
No.
back at the time, I was a much more ignorant, immature person. 5 years ago, and to me, I was just like, bro, is this even true? Because it was like clearly not affecting him in any way. The whole industry was embracing him. Everyone was fucking with him. It was so bizarre. I was like,
Yeah.
this must not have really happened because no one's actually taking this seriously. Like
Right.
that was literally how I felt back then because it
And I
took
think
so
that's just how that works.
yeah. And I think that's why young kids now with the new shit, it's like, well, no one's giving a shit around me, so
So why
who
would
cares?
I?
And I think it's because people
Yeah.
don't talk about it because now we live in a
No.
time where it's like if you talk about it, you're virtue signaling or you're just trying to like pose or whatever. Like, and it's
There's
funny
also
because
just
it's
too
like
much money in it. So it's like
right.
that's the reality of it. Is it's just like anything that bleeds cash,
The money is the
Fucking-
motive.
they'll keep draining it. So and they'll do whatever they can to protect that from happening. Which is why, like when smaller, acts or bands or it happens to them, they just don't have the resources to fucking run those campaigns and have that kind of defense. So
any like lead singer or like member of like a, you know, like a scene band, like a Warped Tour band or something, like tons of them have just been eviscerated from doing the same stuff, but they're smaller, so they can't fight it. So like,
and even then they still come back and they can sell 200 tickets a city, you know, they still find their ways to make their money. Like they still get their streaming revenue. They still get XYZ, you know, shit like that.
Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, probably like at least a half dozen bands I can think of off the top of my head where like the lead singer, like a girl came out and said that, you know, he assaulted her or like raped her or something like that. And I haven't heard like a peep from them since, but I'm not that online, but like Issues, Tyler Carter, like he just went off the map and they were massive.
Yeah, they're just gone.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're big, but Cardi's too big.
Yeah, no, he's just like big.
That's it's truly just bizarre.
Like the only way that these motherfuckers will fall off the map is they'll just like age themselves out of relevance. That's really about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine like someone doing that to you, and then you just see a crowd of people screaming for them, still loving them, and they know it happened. They know it happened. Yeah. It's not even some like, I know that guy has skeletons in his closet people don't know about. It's like, no, everyone knows, and they actively don't give a shit that at all. In fact,
that's insane.
They're changing. They like him more than you so much. They're putting his profile picture as his face. And it's funny because like it's not funny, but like it's ironic because people are like, "Oh, bro, I'm so bummed I can't listen to his music," and it's like, why is it this framing of like, "Oh, I'm not allowed to listen to his music anymore"? It's just like, bro, you're just not gonna like it the same, no matter what. Yeah. It's just not gonna hit the same.
You shouldn't, or like not. I'm not saying you shouldn't.
You're weird if it completely doesn't affect you. If you have no conscience, that's weird to me.
Yeah,
like I don't think it's weird to keep listening to your favorite artists, but you're not going to get that much enjoyment out of them, or else. I mean, there's a hypocrisy there now. So it's just like there's not the same. It's like I stopped listening to Joe Budden full stop after he did what he did to his co-host. It was like, this person is just not the person I thought they were. Right.
Yeah. It's like, you can do that. It's just the substance disappears. That's the difference.
Yeah. The thing that's enjoyable about it is completely hollowed out.
Like the visceral part of it is just
like, I want it.
So then you're just left with what is there. And then it's just like, okay, I mean, this is cool, but I'd rather just find something that hits.
If Cardi was an actual, one of those successful people that people interact with and they go, "Oh, he was the nicest, chillest guy ever. He's actually a great guy." If he was a great guy, I would love nothing more than to cheer him on doing that fucking heavy metal ass shit. Like I would love to see him continue, this aesthetic kind of artistic journey. But it's fucking been deflated. It's like, I don't care anymore. It's dead to me. It's like,
it's just down.
It's just down. And it's like this is why I feel like this is why I'm so passionate about shit that I do like, because you never know when it's gonna get fucked for you or when it's, you know what I mean? Like that's why I'm like this about Yeat, is because Yeat's a complete unknown. And what I speculate that he's probably a chill guy. Absolutely. Like I get that impression. But you never know. And you never know what's going to happen. You never know what disappointments are going to happen, even if they're not related to the person. Whatever.
But you know what I do know?
What?
Is that the fucking rock band drums go hard.
Thank you, bro.
Just right there. Those go stupid hard.
Shout out Nick Sipe of Nudes. He brought these over couple like a month ago, and we used them a couple times, and now they've just been background decoration in all my meetings.
Hell yeah. A little low for my taste, but hard.
I mean, also just like we have absolutely no chair that's good to play it with.
I resonate with that. That just reminded me that my drum throne is broken as fuck.
Oh,
I gotta get a new one. Yeah. I've got
my fucking office chair is broken as shit, so it just sinks down constant. Literally sinks down constant. I think it's also
that's mine. Yeah. I think my drum throne.
I think mine. I'm past the weight capacity for it. I don't think it holds like 300 pounds. I think it's like 275, 280. And so I just broke it within a year. So and like you can change the. I probably said this on the show. You can change the pump. You can change the whole hydraulic system. And it's like, cool. How do I do that? Okay, well, buy a drill and a hammer and a screw and a saw. And it's like, what the
And a saw.
It's like I will literally just buy a new chair. It'll be about 50% more expensive.
That's kind of where
than
I'm
this.
at.
Yeah,
It's just like I just need the thing.
I'm not. I don't know if this belief system. I'm not of this like hardcore DIY shit where I'm like I have to figure out a new fucking skill every time some shit that's cheap that I fucking bought breaks in this goddamn hellscape, and I gotta fix it so I don't waste another chair. It's like, nah, I'm good.
Nah,
that's the system. Sorry.
That's just
anyways, Tony, shut the fuck up real quick. Tony, I was saying, Tony, shut the fuck up real quick.
Yeah,
because you were thinking really loud. I need you to just be quiet for a second.
That's honestly my bad, and I hope that you can. Maybe we can talk about this afterwards. And
appreciate you.
No,
offline.
we won't.
Yeah,
But
take it offline, as they
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, my bad. You go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Please.
I forgot something to be real.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
I forgot to introduce the podcast.
The Pity Podcast.
You get the picture. Well, I mean, we're doing that over on Jaded too. It's fucking Z they both can't stop doing Yeat voices now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
But they can't stop doing Yeat voice.
If you get the picture.
Got a big old booty.
I got a big old booty collar by the builder. The face I'm making with the chain. Got a big old booty. See, you're too fucking skinny, bitch. You can't do that shit. Got a big old booty collar by the BD. Have you ever seen a fucking skinny person do a double chin? It's the most pathetic thing in the world. You look like a fucking cock sleeve. Like you look like a shrimpy micro tank.
Don't even try.
Like, just give up.
It's like I got a full. I got a full fucking parabola.
It's like a thick membrane.
Yeah, it's like a divot. It's like my lymph nodes are touching the tip of my chin. Anyhow,
Lymph chodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, every ND in between. It is Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. Welcome to another episode.
2023.
Burger King foot lettuce. Number one. Oh, it's dumb as shit. Burger King
Number one.
Number 5.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot lettuce. Welcome to another episode of. Or did I already say that?
No.
Oh,
What?
welcome to another episode. I'm fried. Of Woken Boke. Boom.
That was nice. It went hard.
Thank you. Episode 1.
Yeah.
Did you ever update the sound of the boom? You did, Tony, right?
You're
I
welcome.
did, yeah.
Okay, right.
I copied it over from yours.
Copied it, Mr. Porter.
I copied it over from yours.
Episode 173. To be exact, I am one of your hosts, Connor Boyd, also known online as Mesquina Narrator. I'm created from perhaps even a jaded forum.
Perhaps.
Perhaps
Jaded.
you knew it. Anyways, I'm
You're
joined.
Ian?
No, I'm Caucasian.
No. I'm a
Um,
white guy.
I don't even know if that's word. Is that even the whatever, dude? Joined as always by my best friends from the great city of St. Louis, Missouri. Our guy, our gal, our gooch, our everything. Max, motherfucking Sansa, is back. Max is there to say hello.
Hi.
And to say hi.
Speak.
What's up?
Also joining us is another guy. Wearing the fucking classic late capitalist Target NASA shirt. We got the motherfucking 2-ton Tony hair up in this bit. How are you both doing, my gentle friends?
Dude, I'm great. Did I ever send you the video of Tony at the show?
Yeah,
It's
where he's like standing on the stage.
It's in the pod.
Yeah.
It's in last week's pod.
Oh, it's already in there? Damn.
Oh, yeah.
I believe I saw it.
Damn.
I'll put it in there.
Man.
Yeah, Tony's editing now, which is lady to titty. It feels like the most freeing thing in the world.
I'm geeked up
like a
though,
bad
to answer
friend.
your question.
I'm geeked up, though.
Look
Geeked
geeky.
up is amazing.
Geeked than a mug. I don't know.
Every week, guess what? We do this, right? We talk about whatever the fuck
We
we
do.
want. Video games, anything we're playing, watching, reading, doing, doesn't matter. You can subscribe to us on YouTube if you want. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We have a Discord you can join. We have a Twitter at wokenbokepod and Instagram at wokenbokepodcast. And you can also hit up our Gmail, which is wokenbokepodcast@gmail.com. Send us questions, comments, suggestions, whatever you want. We will read all of them on the show. And links to these are listed in the show description if you want to go find any of them. Yeah, we're here. In fact, I think we have some emails.
Ooh.
We have some.
Wow.
Emails.
We have emails.
We have some emails.
That's
we have
crazy, dude.
3. We have 3 real emails. 2 of them are payment related ones. Yeah, great. I got the fucking extension from the job.
extendo clip?
The extension I had in Google Chrome for the job I got laid off for. That's nice. It's like a
Sick.
breakup. Wow. Guess
Wow.
I could return it. But,
I mean, it's gonna remind me of that.
do we want to fucking?
I'm kind of.
read an email.
I'm
I mean, we
kinda
could. Well,
We got one
could.
here that's just. Or go ahead, Tony.
I was just
get
gonna
to
say
it.
I had like 2 things I wanted to talk about, which being the Yeat album and The Last of Us. But
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Yeat album.
Let's talk about it.
please, yes, fire. I think honestly, honestly, like one of my favorites is like
It's fire.
one of the most different ones, which is None. I think it's None I'd Change.
The like house song,
Yeah, like I was like, wow, that's
the dance song.
different than anything I've ever heard him do. I feel like I haven't listened to his whole discography. Red Bottom Girl.
Yeah, the way he's bopping on that shit.
Yeah, the beat, he's just ridiculous. And it's got the first song has like a little bit similar beat where it's like a really deep bass. I mean, a lot of the beats on this are just fucking like, you know,
I like
subterranean
now
bass.
where it's like going like, and he's like, like it's
That is
just like,
fire.
it's very like smoking a spliff at the end of the night, watching the sun come up, kind of like, yeah, yeah.
I like the soft song
Yeah.
at the end. There's like 1 or 2 like softer songs at the end too. Those are nice. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
I-
cool to see him do a bunch of different stuff. He does like a whispery one. That one's like trippy.
Well, I was gonna say I like that one. I also like shh or
Oh, yeah.
shh. This one.
It's just called Shh.
This part, the part he says the frog-eyed Bentley.
Yeah.
Ain't a frog-eyed Bentley pull up on the feet. I mean, this is so fucking hard. So fucking hard. I think the one you're thinking of is Watch.
Yeah, Watch is the whispery one. Yeah.
It's straight up like an ASMR song.
Watch what's
And then
his.
there's Demon Tide. I think Myself is great too. How it ends with I mean, this is just a like it's beyond like a genre to me. I feel like this album really offers a lot of different shit.
And Split,
then it goes hard. Yeah.
Like, Jesus
I want
Christ.
baby, I want money, I want baby, I want money.
He does like a fucking pterodactyl noise at one point. Like, I'm just like, what? Yeah.
He does that shit in a bunch of. He's been doing that shit forever. He's the man when it comes to
trick.
Growling. There's a fucking on. I think it's 4L. He's talking about like why he growls. He's like, it's because I'm on drugs and I'm coming down. So every time he's like, it's because he's like fucking coming down off opiates, I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
it is a bummer when that happens.
People say, I don't think he.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Apparently, he doesn't do drugs anymore or at all. But I don't
debatable.
Know. I think his music is comes from a very honest experience about those drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he's always like, "You don't live this life. You're a fucking tourist." Slam, of course. Yeah. What did he say on Slam? Then I slam, of course. He says slam, of course. Of course.
I'm trying to think what else did I like in this.
Bitch, and you slow and you flamboyant.
Oh my god.
Favorite song name is definitely Schmunk.
This part is the hardest shit. When he says my cult just like my fucking family. Listen to this shit.
Which one?
Money in the world's not enough for it. That bar is too. How the fucking money in the world's not enough for it. It's just all of his shit to me, all of his music. The part of the meaning of all of his music is I'm so self-destructively addicted to all these things, but I do get all of these things. Like I do get a lot.
Right.
All these things I'm addicted to, at least I'm like stacked up on it. Like the sex, the drugs, the money.
Right.
Whatever.
Things that tear people's lives apart a lot of the time, but he's just fucking like
they're just that
it.
those people are just as addicted to pursuing those things, but he's just like and I slam, of course. It's like I feel like I just get his music in a way and I really appreciate it. Yeah.
I saw
you get it, dude.
One of your TikToks where you were talking about how like people aren't respecting him or like they're not realizing like what he's doing right now or people are hating on him, but like in the future we'll look back on him. You know what I'm talking about?
I think that was a close friend story, but yeah.
Oh, okay. But
I think that was for just us, actually. But that's fine. Tell us
that was actually
you directly.
That was a list of. It was just Yeat and you and my close friends. It was just the two of you I wanted to tell.
But like since I'm not online, is like does he get a lot of like flack or hate for being? I don't know. Like I don't know. Like is that like because it had to have bothered you enough for you to like make a post about it, right? Does he get a lot of fucking...
it does bother me because I feel like I don't have a choice as to how passionately I feel about something sometimes, and then it's just like I wish more people kind of like felt this way. I wish I didn't feel so nuts because I like a lot of people pissed off because I compared him to Chief Keef the other day. Like I feel like he could start his own. I think Yeat has his own kind of genre, like the whole like trippy synthy. I mean, it's a branch off of the post whole lot of red shit, but like also the way he sings, like I've heard people copy it before. People are going to continue to copy it as he gets bigger and bigger. If anything, if I'm tripping on that, I just think he stands alone as like a pretty unique voice and a pretty good raw version of the genre he makes. I think you compare him. I mean, what's the point of comparing any artist? There's no point really, but like. I think in those senses, like you could compare him maybe to like early Glenn Danzig, where like he has like a really distinct voice and he also has a really raw sound and songwriting ability, or something like that. I don't know, but like maybe he doesn't like influence the whole genre. Maybe he has a big impact, but maybe it's not like he doesn't create his own genre like Chief Keef literally does. Like they created drill in Chicago, like you know what I mean? Like that's a literal genre, but so there's not going to be that cultural communal impact because it's not a movement around. It's just him. It's just him and his influence. It's not like he comes from a sound of a certain place necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just how I feel.
He is chilling.
He is chilling, and he's really funny, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a funny dude.
But
I mean, he's taken the genre of just like trap in general, and just I don't know how it could get more like extreme, you know? Like it's hard to imagine what the next evolution of what he's doing would even be, you know? It's just fucking just jam packed with just like the amount of like shit that he just says in a song, you know, in one line, you know? Like I don't even know how he comes up with all that shit, but and then
he's got to start singing, bro.
Yeah, I mean he's doing different vocal stuff on this album and different types of beats, but the beats are always cracked, and he just has funny ass lines, just line after line, just like sorry about this shit, that's just your life, you know, just fucking roasting people, and dropping banger jokes.
Dropping banger.
We heard you used to live with your parents. You a fucking bum.
Boom.
He I feel like he just gets he gets dismissed online. I don't really care about that anymore. I think what's really interesting is the fact that like what he's doing to the music, like what he's doing to the sound. He's making it more he's making it more like synthetic and more techno and more like electronic and more just like it's but then also with flares, like he's Benny X adds instrumentation and drums and stuff to it,
right?
And the contrast of those two makes a different sound. So it's just like, and then his ideas for songs and the way he sings layered on top of that has a different effect. It's like how Playboi Carti, they would put like Playboi Carti would be on a Lana Del Rey song just because, or like a Solange song, because they were just like what is this going to sound like? And it would enhance the song because it in itself is so interesting. So I just think he's doing really interesting shit to the music. And, you know, I think he's like got such a stylistic confidence too, that you just do not see in artists. The stylistic confidence paired with the uniqueness, like they have reason to be so stylistically confident because they make it look easy. They make it look easy to be like an original artist. So I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's what I love about music. I love when a person's just being a person being themselves and making their music. I love it when they're doing it confidently and when it's very exciting and when it makes you feel very excited. It doesn't matter what genre that is. It could be jazz. It could be fucking rock music. It could be fucking techno. It could be house. It could be anything. I just feel like when you feel like there's a voice there, it's very exciting.
He makes it hard to like go back and harder to go back and like listen to just more just meat and potatoes like trap and shit like that, like Lil Baby and Gunna and all that stuff. Like I go back to that.
Yeah, I haven't touched that type of shit in years. Even Young Thug, it's like Young Thug got to a point where I was only really interested in hearing him on Wheezy or Pierre Bourne beats. I wasn't really anything else. It's just like, all right, maybe some what is it, 808 Mafia, those guys, like Southside, like those guys make good beats, TM88 or whatever. But like, you know, it starts to get a little boring because it's just that same Migos. It's like this, we've been doing this for fucking over 10 years now.
Right.
Like, we've been listening to this type of music for over 10 years now. Future was putting out albums in 2012 that people were listening to. Like, I think Honest came out in 2012, the Future album, which is when I first heard about him. Was Boo Dad Dope Day, Boo Dad Dope Day, Boo Dad Dope.
First I heard of him was what is it called?
That was 2014.
I was about to say whole lot of commas. Fuck up the commas. Yeah. I mean that album is still good, DS2, but all the it's just like Yeat just has the best bars, the best beats, the best flow, the best the catchiest like hooks, the most memorable one-liners. Like it's just, and a lot of the music I listen to, I feel like I'll listen to like if it's whatever specific genre it is, like who's doing it the best, who's at the forefront of it, and like I just don't. There's not many people besides Yeat where I'm like, oh man, you're doing something different and like progressive and in terms of rap, that is specifically.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Tony. I mean, I really do. I used to. I mean, he is. He has that same element that Young Thug, I realized he did like years ago, was I will literally listen to any Young Thug song because he's going to say something interesting and original in every song. He's going to say, even if it's just a whole song and it's just one phrase, he is going to phrase something or say something or mention something or do something that is interesting and just unexpected. And that's how Yeat is. In every single track I hear from him, the word choices it's just the things he says. Even the Minions song, like I can find you a lyric in the Minions song that is crazy. I could go to any Yeat song and point to something and be like, this is crazy.
I got all them honey
my eye went straight to it. It says, I made a song for the Minions. How much they paid me? $1 million. It's the middle. That's funny. That's iconic right there.
So did he make a song for the Minions movie or what? I don't even know.
I just put up in a tongue with all my minions. We taking a picture. And then the minions say, hey, Mel, la pastiche, la papayu, do la. Well, I think what happened was it was like this indirect thing where Lyrical Lemonade did a collab with Illumination and for that Minions The Rise of Gru movie. And since Lyrical Lemonade works with Yeat, they convinced them to use Yeat, and it's basically a song with no cursing, and it's a Yeat song, and it's a fire Yeat song.
The first lyric is
bad by that.
He's talking about selling drugs too. He's like, I got a high demand. I got all my millions.
He says la papaya do la potato.
He doesn't say that. Dude, he doesn't say that, okay? Okay. Those are the Minions saying that, okay?
Oh, okay.
He says banana.
But he does go, I called the Minion up and this is what he said. So he's queuing up that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I called him the Minion and this is what he said.
Yeah.
Haha, hey my lab.
But like Tony, name another Yeat song. I could find you a phrase in it that's crazy.
Off the lot.
You're giving me an easy one.
That's my favorite one. I think that definitely my favorite beat. You know,
watch her head go back like Pez. I mean, that's incredible. He's referencing Pez. I mean,
right.
You would never think you would reference like
Pez.
a 80-year-old like candy. Anyways,
that's what I'm saying. Like every fucking, not, you know, I mean, in pretty much every bar, but at least every verse or every hook, you know, there's just multiple just nuggets of golden
big
dew.
nuggets.
Big nugs.
Does everyone here watch The Last of Us or no?
I am on episode 4 right now.
Oh shit, cracking. You are watching it. Fuck yeah. What have you thought, Max? We haven't talked about it.
Oh my goodness. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I like how they're doing it differently than the video game.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that they are spinning more things. At first I thought it was a little weird because I was just like, well, that's not how the game goes. It's beep, 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 beep. But you know, realize it's a video game, so it's like kind of hard to. It's like a no-brainer, the transfer from like game to show for this, because it's an extremely narratively dense video game. But yeah, I think they're doing great. Like I think the thing that struck me the most was the Bill and Frank arc, because that just didn't exist in the game. Mm-hmm. Instead, it was just like Bill was like a guy that was helping them. You know, he served a game more than a narrative and then like, you know, him being gay was just kind of a thing that was there.
Were they both in the game, Bill and Frank?
No.
Oh.
In the game, it was just Bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you literally only meet Bill, and he like has a gun, and he's just like helping you get through an area, kind of thing.
But was like Frank a character that had died? Like Frank was just a fully original character for the show, or was he like referenced in the game?
He might have been like in the because in Last of Us. You haven't played the games, have you?
I haven't finished the first one. I've made like 20%
well, there's like
through.
journal, like any other game. There's like journal entries and shit that you find. So I'm sure like Frank exists.
Yeah, okay.
In the universe, but it was just like I think that's what they're doing more so. Is don't quote me on that, but
I feel like what benefited me was the fact that I played both these games in their entirety, stoned out of my mind during the pandemic, so I don't remember a lot, and I haven't replayed them since. So
yeah, and I think I've only played through Last of Us 1 like 1.5 times. I want to start 2 again.
Oh,
like when I get back home from this next run, that's on my list.
I think I'm on halfway through Seattle day 2 on Last of Us 2 right now. I'm having a blast.
Hell
it's
yeah.
fun. It's a fun game.
No,
bro.
it is a fun game. Like I want to play it again.
Yeah. It's terrifying though.
Yeah, because when I get back, my list is my list keeps growing, but I am making some headway.
Yeah.
I gotta get Hoggletons.
Yeah.
When I return.
Yeah.
But right now I'm just cranking through the 3D Kirby game on Switch.
Ooh, nice.
Super fun, like big Mario Odyssey vibes, and then Metroid Remastered, dude. What the Kirby 3D?
Kirby, yeah.
Oh, dude,
that's
it's awesome.
Crazy. Like a Mario Galaxy style Kirby game.
Yeah,
what's it called?
Like it's a Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Forbidden Land.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it is the Forgotten Land because that's what the shit was. Or is this the new one? Is it called
the
Forbidden?
New one? Yeah.
Wow,
Forbidden Land.
Yeah. Man, I got to get a Switch.
It's fun. It's the only bummer about it is that it plays at 30 frames per second, which is a nerd shit. But I wish it was a little smoother. That's really about it. But like, dude, they've been going crazy. Metroid Remastered is insane. That plays insanely well and looks super crazy, super fun.
Yeah, dude.
And then they put out, dude, they released Game Boy and Game Boy Advance on fucking Switch Online.
I saw that.
That's insane.
Are you saying like just you can play any game from those?
Not
systems?
any game, but like they're releasing, like not even a lot, but like they're releasing. They started releasing them, like Superstar Saga, the Minish Cap.
This
like
Kirby game looks fun as shit.
Dude, it's so much fun.
It's
like really easy, but it's a lot of fun. A nice little collectathon.
I mean, even Odyssey was easy. It was hard, but it was easy. It was like I ran through that. The hardest parts about it were finding some shit, like trying to find extra shit, but shit was fun.
I've got to also finish fucking Paper Mario and Skyward Sword. So
Skyward Sword.
I have to finish. Skyward Sword.
I got to finish Skyward Sword.
And then, of course, I fucked around and got Skywalker Saga on Switch for like $12.
You know what's also fucked?
What?
Is that that follow-up game to Jedi Fallen Order is coming out in April.
That actually looks pretty good.
And then Starfield is coming out this year too, but I don't know if
what's Starfield? Is that
Bethesda
FTP?
game? It's Fallout in space.
What?
Oh, Fallout in space. Got it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Skyrim in space. That's what it's going to be. It looks pretty
Scrim.
I think
it's
we talked about
Skyrim
it.
space.
Scrimmel space.
Scrimmels and Spacingtons.
Jimmy Scrimmel.
Dude, fucking, I saw Cocaine Bear and that was a bummer.
It wasn't good?
It was like, it wasn't good?
I wanted that to be fun.
It was fun, but like,
oof, 6.4 on the IMDb. Let's keep going.
Yeah, dude, it was fun, but they just kind of stopped the fun like halfway through. You know what I'm saying?
74% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't
74.
know. It's like,
you don't see a sub 80% audience score very often. I feel like on movies like this,
unless you're the Last Jedi.
The thing is that movie had great claps, but like they just stopped. They just stopped having them at a point.
Right.
And it was
Great.
just like,
That movie had great claps.
and then it peaked on
Like
clappage.
he was clapping people, right?
Yeah, like the whole situation was people getting clapped.
A fucking
Right.
Hollywood like producer being like, so the problem with this script you got here is there's really a low amount of claps going on. Not seeing a lot of clappage post page, 60 or so.
Post minute 55.
Trying to literally be Clappington Esquire.
I think they need to start adding more claps to this script.
Yeah, I mean it's Cocaine Bear. Like you can't stop the clappage
Right.
55 minutes into a 90-minute Cocaine Bear film.
But
I think the funniest thing was like, so my buddy Matt, who I've known for like 12 years, 13, however long, since Rock Band. Like we met on Rock Band and then our bands just toured together. He is so quick with the fucking memeage. Like literally we leave the theater. I don't even think we had left the theater yet and he had already showed me a picture. I gotta find it. It's fucking ridiculous. Let me see. I should have had this queued up already.
Looks like the best film out right now is Creed 3, by the way, and I haven't seen any of those.
No, I need to peep that. Here it is. He just hits this. Clean Bear.
he found that,
drops that.
He made that.
Like he found
like
that.
Sober Bear.
Yeah, like Sober Bear. Like it's just literally just.
Oh, he found that?
Bear. Yeah, he just found this like immediately.
That's funny as shit.
Get meme god.
Clean Bear. Yeah, and then there was another one
Meme
where
God.
where we played a show in Dallas, and this one he made. They just started playing a Paramore song, and he just goes, "Paramore cover."
Is he just airdropping these to you?
Yeah, dude. He's just
That's funny.
Or he's just like, or he's got like an iPhone 6, so he's a real one. So he'll literally just be like, dude,
God, what?
he'll just show it to me. He'll just be like, dude, check this out.
Battery life must be 15 minutes long. Jesus Christ.
That man, he's a real one.
That's
He's still
real as hell.
rocking the wired phones, dude.
Is
The
Crazy.
wired
this is
buds.
a Paladin, or what was his name? The guy whose gamer tag what was his name?
Zephyr.
Zephyr. Okay, yeah, I was close.
850, dude.
Dude.
Yeah,
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
drummer.
Quantumania, which think about the title of that movie.
I wanna rip that so hard.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Just think about that. Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Plus the
Quantumania.
Wasp.
It's like, what the fuck? It's got a
Quantum
47
yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes, but an 83 audience score. It's got a higher audience score than Cocaine Bear, but a worse tomato meter.
It would be, I feel like, I mean, I know it's bad, but it might be like a candidate for Goobertown.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah.
100%. That's why I want to see it.
Is apparently on deck in that movie, just based on the trailers I saw. So
yeah, I mean that's gonna be like an Encanto where we throw it on and it's just like Disney's Encanto. Let's watch Disney's Encanto in 4K.
Live at the Hollywood Bowl.
with CCR.
with
CCR in the background.
CCR.
Yeah, no, I need to grip Quantumania for that exact reason. I just need to go because I saw the trailer and I was like,
Oh, grippers.
all right, they may get me in the theater for this one.
Grippers.
Grip little stillskin.
Visual stimulus in the building.
Oh, grippers. Yeah.
Gripstein. The 4th, the 5th, the 9th, and the 12th.
Gripstein Michaels.
You want to read an email?
I would. I'm honestly, my brain's kind of fried. I'm a little hungry. I was wondering if y'all wanted to cut it a little short.
That's fine. We can do that.
Yeah?
We can do that. Yeah. I don't know.
Is that Chillings Billingsley?
I'm down.
When will you be back, Max?
At the end of the month, like the 22nd, 3rd.
Okay. And then you'll be back
the
for a little
21st,
bit longer.
3rd.
You'll be back for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'll be back for a while. I don't have any other things in the books at the moment.
Fire.
Earliest would be like August, if anything.
should we wait to answer these 2 emails when you get back, or should we answer them while you're gone? You're gonna be gone for 2 weeks,
No,
right?
well, let's wait. Let's do like a big email episode. We'll just rip. We can always save these. They're never time sensitive, I feel like.
No. Jordan and Electric Ladyland.
Nice.
We'll read your emails.
That's
later.
insensitive, Tony.
Promise.
And the George Lucas one
not.
was just sending us a link to a George Lucas video.
George
okay.
And it's like, yeah.
Jorge Lucas.
Georgia Miss Lucaton.
Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Welcome, Boke. We'll be back with more Epictons soon. Support the show. Hit that like, share. You know what I'm saying?
Hit that like, share.
Talk to you later.
Clean your
Welcome, Boke
beehole.
forever, motherfuckers. Peace the fuck out.